As the movie begins, Deadpool is at the very spot where Logan was buried in the Logan movie. Deadpool starts digging at Logan's grave, hoping that Logan might still be alive. However, when Deadpool digs him up, there is a skeleton, indicating that Logan is indeed dead. This makes Deadpool slightly disappointed, but he sits with Logan's skeleton and talks to it, expressing how much he needs him. Just then, multiple portals from the Time Variance Authority, TVA, open up, and TVA agents come out to capture Deadpool. Deadpool brutally fights and kills all the TVA agents. He uses the bones of the skeletons to kill the agents. But to understand how Deadpool got here, we must know the backstory. Earlier, Deadpool used the Time Traveler artifact to travel in different times. It all started on March 14, 2018, when Deadpool used it to travel to Earth 616, which is the main MCU universe. There, he meets Happy and asks him to join the Avengers. He tells him about his skills and powers, asking to join the Avengers. Happy, however, explains that being an Avenger is about helping people because they need them, not just because of one's abilities. Disappointed, Deadpool returns to his universe and resumes his normal life. However, he is now quite happy in his life. He takes Dopinder's cab back to his home where his birthday party was planned. Dopinder got married to Geeta and had 2 kids. Upon reaching home, he sees some men discreetly taking pictures of him. He ignored it and joined the party. Deadpool thanks all his friends for coming to his party. However, just as Deadpool is about to cut his birthday cake, someone arrives at the door. When Deadpool goes to see who it is, TVA agents grab him and pull him through a portal, taking him directly to the TVA headquarters. Once there, Deadpool meets a senior TVA officer named Paradox, who greets Deadpool in a manner reminiscent of how Mobius met Loki in the Loki series. Paradox explains everything to Deadpool about what the TVA is and how it operates. TVA is the watchdog authority of the sacred timelines. Deadpool realizes that the TVA agents have taken him because he caused disturbances in the timelines using Cable's time machine device. Paradox explains to Deadpool that he has been chosen for a higher purpose. If he fulfills this mission, it will help the TVA save the sacred timelines. They want him to be part of the Avengers. On several screens, various time events play out. In one event, Thor is seen crying over an injured Deadpool. Enthusiastically, Deadpool asks about it, but Paradox urges him to focus on the present for now. They want Deadpool to go to Earth 616 and live his life there. Hearing this, Deadpool becomes very happy, as he always wanted to go to Earth 616 and become an Avenger. The only thing he asks in return is a nice suit for him. He was given a brand new suit, which Deadpool loved. He also receives 2 adamantium swords, preparing himself for his new journey. Fully prepared, Deadpool goes to Paradox and tells him to quickly send him back to his universe so he can inform Vanessa and his friends that he is heading to Earth 616. However, Paradox informs Deadpool that there is no point in going back to his universe because it is slowly collapsing and will cease to exist within 72 hours. Paradox further explains that Deadpool's universe, named Earth 1005, is the same one where Logan died in the 2017 Logan movie. He tells Deadpool that in every universe there is an anchor, and when that anchor disappears, the universe starts collapsing. In Deadpool's universe, the anchor was Logan, and since died a year ago, the universe has been collapsing. Hearing this, Deadpool is frustrated and urges Paradox to stop this destruction. Paradox, however, reveals that he wants the universe to collapse. He shows Deadpool a machine called the Time Ripper, which can destroy any universe in an instant. Paradox explains that the TVA usually lets collapsing universes fade away gradually, but he prefers to end them quickly, like uprooting a dead tree. This makes Paradox more excited. Paradox then tells Deadpool that once the Time Ripper is ready, he will use it to destroy Deadpool's universe in a second. However, since his superiors have allowed Deadpool to go to the MCU universe, he suggests Deadpool forget about his old universe and move on. He gives Deadpool 2 choices. First, to return to his home and spend time with his family and friends for 72 hours, or be part of the Avengers to serve higher purposes. Enraged by Paradox's plan, Deadpool decides to take matters into his own hands. Determined to save his universe, Deadpool hits Paradox and snatches the machine that creates portals from him. Now, Deadpool begins his quest to find another version of Logan. This brings us to the present moment where Deadpool is fighting the TVA agents. After killing all the TVA agents one by one, he continues his search for Wolverine. He travels through numerous universes in his quest. In one universe, he finds a tiny Wolverine. He also encounters a Wolverine who is missing both arms and another who is blind in one eye. These Wolverines beat up Deadpool and chased him away. Despite these setbacks, Deadpool eventually finds a Wolverine sitting inside a bar. Deadpool, being reluctant, tries to talk to this Wolverine. When Deadpool asks Wolverine to come with him, Wolverine refuses. Deadpool pulls out a gun and points it at him, forcing him to follow him. But Wolverine instead drank a whole bottle of beer and passed out. Deadpool drags him by the leg through a TVA portal and brings him directly to TVA headquarters. Deadpool presents the unconscious Wolverine to Paradox and insists that he needs to be sent to his universe and made the core strength of his universe to prevent its collapse. Paradox, upon seeing this Wolverine, tells Deadpool that this version is the worst Wolverine and cannot be the anchor of his universe. This Wolverine was the reason for the deaths of hundreds of people in his universe. Paradox also reminds Deadpool that he had the chance to live a good life in the MCU universe, but chose to deceive the TVA and kill their agents. As a result, Paradox decides to send both Deadpool and Wolverine to the Void, the place we saw in the Loki series. Paradox then throws both of them into the Void. Once inside the Void, Wolverine sobers up, grabs Deadpool, and demands to know why he was brought there. Following this confrontation, a fight begins between Deadpool and Wolverine. In their heated confrontation, Wolverine stabs Deadpool with his claws. Deadpool urges Wolverine to calm down so they can talk, but Wolverine isn't ready and attacks him again. Deadpool tries to reason with him, explaining he needs Wolverine's help, but Wolverine replies that he doesn't care. Just as Wolverine is about to strike Deadpool's face, Deadpool shouts for him to stop. He reveals to Wolverine that the TVA has the power to undo the chaos caused in their universes and explains that his universe is collapsing. Deadpool proposes that they work together to fix the situation. Wolverine pauses, considers the offer, and agrees to join him. Just then, a man nearby warns them about a powerful witch named Cassandra Nova, who will kill them if they stay here. Just as he speaks, several vehicles arrive. It was Cassandra Nova's army. The man decides to join Deadpool and Wolverine. The man turns out to be Captain America, but since Deadpool had time traveled, it was way back before Captain America became the first Avenger. He was a Human Torch. As Cassandra's army arrives, they all join together. Human Torch flies in the air and uses his firepower to attack, but he wasn't powerful and his attack had no impact. Consequently, he fell on the banner and hit the ground. One of the men challenges Wolverine to fight. Deadpool draws his swords out from Wolverine's body and motivates him to kill him. Wolverine swiftly kills the man with a single blow. Deadpool takes the dead man's head and starts flaunting around. However, with some magnetic device, they captured Wolverine and Deadpool and also were able to take Human Torch with them. They bind them with ropes and take them directly to Cassandra Nova. While the trio was being transported, Human Torch informed Deadpool and Wolverine about a huge monster in Cassandra's army named Alioth, saying no one can defeat it. Wolverine insists they'll escape and return to the TVA, but Human Torch laughs, explaining that Cassandra decides everything. If they don't follow what she says, they'll be fed to lions. Upon arrival, Cassandra Nova's headquarters is located inside the body of a giant Ant-Man. Cassandra enters, and her army includes various mutants and even a variant of Juggernaut. She approaches Deadpool and Wolverine and reveals that she is the twin sister of Professor Charles Xavier. When they were not born, Charles tried to kill her by strangling her with the umbilical cord, but she somehow survived. Deadpool then starts provoking her by saying that Human Torch told them about her, calling her a bald, psychotic witch. He continues to insult her with various remarks. Infuriated by these comments, Cassandra Nova strips the skin off Human Torch's body in a single motion. Just then, they notice Alioth, the giant monster, approaching. Now Cassandra plans to make Deadpool and Wolverine her slaves as well. Enraged by her words, Wolverine attempts to attack her, but Cassandra, with just one finger, subdues him. Seeing this, Deadpool says he doesn't want any trouble and just wants to go home. Cassandra responds, saying she can send him home, but she won't. She then digs her fingers through Deadpool's face. By doing this, she sees all the memories of Deadpool. Just then, Wolverine stabs Cassandra from behind with his claws, and Deadpool also stabs her with his knife. However, Cassandra laughs as she is unaffected. She leaves, and Alioth, the monster, approaches them, ready to devour them. Every mutant starts running to save themselves. As Alioth approaches, Deadpool and Wolverine spot a machine. They quickly activate it and manage to escape, flying far away from the imminent danger. After arriving in a distant place, Deadpool and Wolverine notice a small dog running towards them. This little dog turns out to be Dogpool, a canine version of Deadpool, Mary Poppins. Following Dogpool is another version of Deadpool who introduces himself as Nicepool. Nicepool intensified himself as a feminist. Nicepool informs them that there are many other versions of Deadpool here. Wolverine tells Nicepool that they are planning to go far away from this place to the borderlands. Hearing this, Nicepool offers them his car, suggesting they use it to facilitate their escape. Deadpool and Wolverine take Nicepool's car and drive far away. Inside the car, Deadpool starts mocking Wolverine's suit, causing Wolverine to get agitated and tell him to shut up. Deadpool then asks Wolverine what he would do first if the TVA fixes his universe. Wolverine, catching the "if," becomes suspicious and stabs Deadpool in the legs, angered that Deadpool isn't sure if the TVA can fix his universe. Deadpool explains that he took a calculated risk because he wants to save his world, which to him means saving 9 people. He believes Wolverine can help him achieve that. Feeling betrayed by Deadpool's uncertainty, Wolverine calls Deadpool the dumbest and most immature person he's ever met in his 200 years of life. He blames Deadpool for failing to maintain a relationship with his girlfriend and says that saving the universe is out of his league. Deeply hurt by Wolverine's words, Deadpool engages in a fight. They fight continuously for hours, leaving the car covered in blood. They both end up exhausting themselves until they both pass out. At this point, X-23 appears, and she takes both of them into the car and drives them away. It's revealed that this X-23 is the same one seen in the Logan movie. When Deadpool and Wolverine regain consciousness, they find themselves inside a house where they are greeted by Elektra, Blade, Gambit, and X-23. All of them, including Human Torch, who was killed by Cassandra Nova, had been banished to this world by the TVA. In conversation, Deadpool and Wolverine find out that the group is impressed by their survival against Cassandra Nova. Believing that Deadpool and Wolverine are powerful, they plan to form a team to defeat Cassandra Nova, who has caused immense chaos in this world. They make all necessary preparations and set out to confront Cassandra Nova. Upon reaching her, they are met by her numerous enslaved mutants, including a variant of Juggernaut. A fierce battle ensues, with Elektra, Gambit, Blade, and X-23 handling the mutants on the ground, while Deadpool and Wolverine head straight for Cassandra Nova. But Cassandra, with her psychic power, threw Deadpool away. The plan is revealed. Cassandra Nova possesses psychic powers, which can only be neutralized by a helmet similar to Magneto's. However, Cassandra had previously destroyed Magneto and his helmet. Deadpool suggests using Juggernaut's helmet instead. Meanwhile, Cassandra also overpowered Wolverine and stuck her finger inside his head. She was then able to see all of Wolverine's memories. She saw how Wolverine had let down his fellow X-Men members. They had called for his help, but he had left them. When he finally returned, he found them all dead. Consumed by anger and grief, Wolverine began a rampage, killing not just the bad people responsible, but also losing control and killing good people as well. Whereas, during the fight, X-23 manages to cut off Juggernaut's legs and throws his helmet to Deadpool, who then puts it on Cassandra Nova's head, who was seeing Wolverine's memories. The helmet neutralizes her powers. As they are about to kill her, one of Cassandra's slaves shoots her, declaring his long-awaited vengeance. Wolverine quickly kills the shooter. However, Wolverine convinces Deadpool to remove the helmet, trusting Cassandra not to harm them. Deadpool takes off her helmet, and she is softened by Wolverine's gesture. Wolverine informs her that he knows his brother Charles Xavier. If Charles knew she was alive, then he would have turned the world upside down to bring her back home, as he is a changed man. He loved her, but Cassandra wants to stay where she is, and it is her home now. She warns them of the impending arrival of the monster Alioth and urges them to leave for their universe. She shows them a relic belonging to Doctor Strange. She then opens a portal for them and tells them to leave. Without any delay, Deadpool and Wolverine step through the portal and return to their universe. Meanwhile, Cassandra Nova confronts the man who shot her. She finds him still alive and asks why he tried to kill her. The man reveals that the paradox inside the TVA instructed him to do so, promising to free him from this world if he succeeded in killing her. Hearing this, Cassandra becomes furious. She opens a portal and travels to Deadpool's universe, where the paradox is currently residing. Following Deadpool and Wolverine, Cassandra arrives and captures the paradox. She sticks her fingers inside his head to read his mind. She learns that he has built a machine capable of destroying any universe or timeline. A devious plan forms in Cassandra's mind. She decides to use the machine to erase all universes, leaving only the void, over which she would reign supreme. Seeing this, Deadpool and Wolverine try to stop her, but she easily throws them aside. She then leaves and heads straight for the Time Reaper machine. Whereas, before the portal closes, Dogpool comes running toward Deadpool, who lifts him with affection. Nicepool followed closely behind Dogpool. Suddenly, Deadpool and Wolverine noticed Ladypool emerging from the portal. Behind her was an entire army of different versions of Deadpool. They were all bloodthirsty and worked for Cassandra. Deadpool tried to convince them to stop her, warning them of the serious consequences, but they didn't listen and attacked. To save himself, Deadpool used Nicepool as a shield and hid behind a car. He then asked Nicepool how long it would take for him to regenerate, but Nicepool didn't regenerate. As the other Deadpools approached, Deadpool ran to the next car, again using Nicepool as a shield, but this time Nicepool died. Wolverine, on the other hand, took Dogpool and approached Deadpool. The other Deadpools loved Dogpool, so they didn't shoot Wolverine. With no other choice, Deadpool and Wolverine decided to fight all the versions of Deadpool. Wolverine donned his mask, which Deadpool found badass. They fought half of the Deadpools, but when they saw Kid Deadpool, they started laughing. Deadpool and Wolverine found it weird, but soon realized that all the Deadpools they fought regenerated. Just then, another version of Deadpool arrived and turned out to be a friend of Deadpool. They all cheered and decided to stop fighting. Now, Deadpool and Wolverine run to the paradox, asking how they can stop her. The paradox tells them that while Cassandra is too powerful to be stopped directly, they can disable the machine. He explains that the machine has two wires, one for matter and one for antimatter. If they can somehow connect these two wires, it will create a massive short circuit, destroying the machine and Cassandra along with it. But the paradox also tells them that whoever does this will be destroyed as well, because when the short circuit occurs, the machine will explode violently, taking everything with it. Despite hearing this, the courageous duo heads to the machine to stop Cassandra. As they were about to enter the room where the machine was stored, Wolverine asked Deadpool to stay behind and let him handle it. He reminded Deadpool of his family and friends, and how he has a happy life waiting for him. Just as Wolverine opened the door, Deadpool hit him and locked him inside, determined to do it alone and save Wolverine's life. Cassandra was operating the machine to speed up its integration process. Deadpool holds one wire and struggles to pull it to the other. Paradox watches and the timeline integrity goes down to 2% and loses all his hopes. Just then, Wolverine breaks down the door and quickly comes to Deadpool's aid. Through Deadpool's and Wolverine's bodies, the circuit was not complete. This causes a short circuit, and the machine explodes, killing Cassandra Nova and disintegrating both Deadpool and Wolverine. As they die, Deadpool's memory flashes before his eyes, whereas Hunter B-15 approaches Paradox with many guards and arrests him for creating a machine capable of erasing any universe in an instant without the TVA's knowledge. Hunter B-15 tells Paradox that the TVA will take action against him and punish him accordingly. Just then, Deadpool and Wolverine arrive. Paradox was shocked seeing them both and asked how they survived. They explained that if either of them had done it alone, they would have been completely destroyed. But since they did it together, the explosion's impact was halved, allowing them to heal themselves. Thus, by short-circuiting the machine, they managed to end everything. Hunter B-15 expresses her respect for Deadpool and Wolverine for saving all the universes. Therefore, she tells them that they can now leave happily. They both leave back to Deadpool's universe. Deadpool tells Wolverine that if he wants, he can stay with him like family. Wolverine agrees and starts living with Deadpool. As they reach Deadpool's house, he introduces Logan to all his family. See, they are all very happy in their lives, and the movie ends on this note. This is Buff Recap Channel. Stay safe and thanks for watching.